Not fine, thank you.
You ready to get to it? You ready to get to it? Let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go
Sound
ahead.
like I think I'm losing my voice, buddy.
You losing your voice. You've been
I
out there
think
yelling.
so. Actually, no, but I don't know. This just started for some reason.
Oh man. TJ, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good, just working.
Okay. Is you gonna be able to take some notes?
No, I'm actually driving at the moment, almost in Jacksonville.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Jacksonville. Oh,
How you
Florida.
making out?
You in Florida.
Yeah, just came through Georgia.
Okay.
We go from Jersey to Florida to Jacksonville to um up to Atlanta, Georgia, then out to Minneapolis, Minnesota, down to Chicago, out to Maryland, and then back home.
Oh, dang. Oh, you doing some big things over there then.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Kayla, what's up? Good to see you in here today.
Hi.
Yes. What's up? How you doing today? You doing okay?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good. Good to see you in here today.
Good to see you as well. Thank you.
Be ready to get active. Hope y'all ready to get active. Hope y'all ready to get active. Miss Kim, what's going on? Good to see you in here today.
Hey, it's good to be seen.
I know that's right.
How you doing?
Doing good, doing lovely, doing lovely.
Glad to hear it. I'm about to jump on my laptop so I can still take my calls.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay, what's going on, Cassandra?
Hello.
What's going on? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Glad to have you in here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna get this thing started right at 7 o'clock. Get this thing going right here at 7. So I'm good. I'm glad to see everybody in the building. Right. We got Mark in the building, everybody. Everybody say what's up to Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark. What's up, everybody?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hola.
¿Qué pasa? Espero poquito.
Funny.
Dylan, what's going on? How you doing tonight? See, you just popped in here. Guess he don't got a mic. All right, yeah, let's go and get this thing. Let's go and get this party started. It's already 7. Y'all know the rule. If you early, you on time. If you on time, you're late. And if you're late, you might as well not came, right? Here we go. We got some people jumping in here. What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Danielle? What's going on, Chris? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Okay, I want to get this thing started right now. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody who jumped in here. It's good to see you all in here. We got the admins in the building. We got me, Brad, you got my boy Mark Anthony, and we got Danielle Hicks in the building. We got Miss Danielle Reffin, who should be jumping in here real shortly. I just got off the phone with her. So what I want to start this whole thing off with is I want you guys, I'm gonna go around the room and I want everybody to introduce themselves. I don't think I want you to do is say your name and your interest in mobile home investing. If you're already in mobile home investing, just let us know a little short, brief description about how you got into it. Is that clear? If that's clear, let me get a 1 right now in the chat. If that's clear, let me get a 1 right now in the chat, and we'll get this thing started. Perfect, perfect. I see the ones coming through. Let's start it off with our girl, Kayla. Kayla, let them know who you are and what you're looking to do with this mobile home investing.
Hey, my name is Kayla Flegel. I am in the North Carolina area, and I'm looking to wholesale starting and work my way into fix and flipping and eventually buy and hold.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining us. And if I haven't told you guys already, make sure you got a pen and a pad out right now. I always got my pen and pad. We never know what we about to learn because we want to get the gems. If you get a gem, you write it down, okay? Because we're going to be dropping them gems tonight, all right? So the next person I want to bring up right now who dropped the 1 said they understand what's going on, Miss Cassandra. Is that, am I saying your name right, Cassandra B?
Yes.
Okay. Now let us know your name, where you from, and what you're looking to get out of mobile home investing.
So my name is Cassandra. I live in North Carolina by way of Philadelphia. And I'm looking to get into fixing and flipping, possibly wholesale, and just, building more stuff for my family.
Awesome. You in the right place to be right now. I'm trying to tell you. We're going to help you with that. We're going to definitely help you with that from A to Z. We appreciate you being here. Miss Kim, look like you understand what's going on. Let them know who you are, your name, and where you from, and what you looking to get out of this mobile home investing. I know you're a little more experienced, so maybe you could tell them a little bit about how mobile home investing been for you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Kim. I've been in mobile home investing since 2020. I seller finance, fix, flip, and wholesale. And we're about to start doing rent to own. So the goal is to expand. We just expanded into a couple of states, and the goal is to continue to expand. And I'm here to just soak up knowledge because there are a lot of gems dropped on this call. So thank you.
Hey, yes, Miss Kim, always doing your thing now. Love it. All right. The next person I want to bring up, Miss Tracy, let them know your name, where you from, and what you looking to get out of mobile home investing this year.
Oh, definitely. Hey, Brad. Hey, everybody. I am from North Carolina, eastern part of the state. I am a newbie. I really jumped in wholeheartedly January of this year. And my strategy is to start with wholesaling just to build capital to be able to buy and hold. Man, what I want from mobile home investing is to, by the end of this year, I want to be able to have at least 2 properties under either rental or rent to own, either of those, and then continue wholesaling in the meantime. So that's my goal for this year. And I'm happy to be here. I invited my nephew, Chris, to the call tonight. Chris lives in the Triangle area, and he is interested in the business. So I wanted him to be a part of this community and see how we can, help him.
Thank you so much for sharing. while we at it, Chris, what's going on, man? Let them know your name, where you from, and what you looking to get out of this mobile home investing.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chris Hirschbowles. I'm Tracy Suggs' nephew. I'm just looking to, kind of get started into the business, continue to set a foundation for my family. I just retired from the Army after 13 years of service. So it's continuing to look to trying to branch my business acumen and move forward and continue to, help, grow that generational wealth.
That's what I'm talking about, nephew. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're going to make sure we help you do that. Miss Chandra, what's going on? Let them know your name, where you from, and what you're looking to get out of this mobile home investing.
I'm Chandra. Excuse my voice. I'm from Chicago. And right now I'm just trying to wholesale.
Nice, nice. We're gonna definitely help you with that wholesaling. And we're gonna make sure we get you some hot tea tonight.
Quiet.
All right. Let's jump to TJ. TJ, I know you on the road. Can you speak real quick? Let them know your name, where you're from, and what you're looking to get out of this mobile home investing. I think TJ driving right now. Andrew, I hear you on here right now. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I didn't know I was unmuted. The twins are watching cartoons.
That's all right.
So I'm in North Carolina, closer to Charlotte. I'm in Concord. I'm from Chicago. I was born and raised in Chicago, but I've been here for this is my 4th year here. So far, I've done 3 wholesale deals, but a lot of the clients that I work with.
And then
yeah, there you go.
A lot of the clients that I work with, they are interested in rent to home also, rent to own also. So what I'm looking to get out of this is gaining more knowledge so I can service the clientele that I've had and that I've been running into.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go. And congratulations on those 3 deals you done so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, salute. And you in the Chi doing that? Let's go.
Well, no, I'm from Chicago, but I moved here. I'm in Concord.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah. Okay.
The funny thing is, one of my deals was a tiny home deal, and I did it just like a mobile home deal. So I was like, oh, okay. So now I want to gain more.
Look like you went on mute, Andrea. You went on mute. You went on mute. I'm not sure what happened to your there you go. There you go.
Yeah. So yes, so that's basically what I've been doing since being here.
Okay, and you in Concord, that's right next to Charlotte, right?
Yes, it's about 30 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, you're not that far from me. I'm in the Greenville area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not far at all.
Yeah, I actually did a deal out there in Rock Hill with Clayton Homes. So yeah, for sure. I know where you at.
Okay.
Nice, nice. Okay, guys. And I believe we got another Kim in here. I'm not sure if that was Kim switching phones. Kim, is that the same Kim?
That was me switching, yes.
Okay, I figured. Okay, great. Mark, you want to give a little introduction to yourself real quick? Mark is an admin inside of the group who's going to be answering some of you guys' questions today. Mark?
Yeah, how's it going? I'm Mark. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I got started in mobile homes in 2015. Started with wholesaling and doing rent to own, and then started getting into moving mobile homes right after that. And ever since, I've been moving mobile homes. I do a lot of repos, tax repos, eviction repos. Most of the homes that I move come out of parks, so I really know all the legal kind of logistics of moving homes out of parks, all the steps and all the paperwork, and all the homes I moved. I've never moved a home back into another park. They always move to private land and we install them on land. So I know all the steps on developing land as well. And in the past about 1.5 years, 2 years, got into doing commercial trailers, leasing, moving, and selling commercial units like office buildings, schools, power plants, military bases.
Man, appreciate you, Mark. Yeah, man, y'all gonna get y'all better have your notepads out for my boy Mark, because when he start dropping them, he gonna drop them. All right, Miss Hicks, I see you in the cut. How you doing over there? I hope that sun ain't beating you up over there in Florida.
Man, no, we had rain all day today. We needed it too. It's been dry. Yeah, I'm you guys can call me Danny. I am in Southwest Florida. I started out wholesaling. I've done some flips, and then I worked with a park owner and got into the financing side of things. So right now I work with a lender called Keyhole Connect, but whether it's seller financing, you want to do financing through a lender like Keyhole, or you want to do a rent to own, I can definitely help you with that. The other thing I like to hear, I always like hearing people with kids on the call, because I got two of my own into mobile homes, so I'd be able to stay home with them and be able to make some good money. And that's exactly what it did for me. So even if you got a ton of stuff going on at home, you can make it happen.
Let's go. Miss Danielle Ruffin, how you doing? I'm not sure if she's still on the phone or not.
Hey, now you can hear me.
There she go.
All right. Daniel Ruffin out of North Carolina, the Raleigh-Durham area. I am a mobile home investor that is involved in wholesaling, sales. I have my dealers and sales license. I do fix and flips, do some infill in the mobile home space. So just do a little bit of everything.
Nice, amazing. And I believe that's all our admins right there that is going to be answering all you guys' questions today. I see Tevin just jumped in the building. Tevin, you want to introduce yourself real quick to the community? Let them know your name, where you from, and what you're looking to get out of mobile home investing.
Absolutely. Uh, my name is Tevin Marks. I'm based out of South Florida, Miami. I'm a creative finance investor, everything from selling notes, wholesaling, fix and flip, buying mobile homes like my dear friend here. You know, just trying to learn from my boy Brad, he's the real deal. He's genuine, just love to be here with you guys.
Man, I appreciate you, Tevin, man. That's a real live dude right here. I'm trying to tell y'all. And with last but certainly not least, myself, I'm Brad. You see me on Facebook. That name is Holden. That's my middle name. Just a little bit about me is I got into the mobile home game. My very first ever flip was with a park owner, similar to Danny's story. I got with a park owner, made my first ever flip of $4,000 and never looked back since. I run a marketing agency and I do mobile home investing full time, and I focus on using the lending with Keyhole and other finance options to be able to get these mobile home deals done. And guys, I'm just so excited to have all of you in here today. It's been a great turnout, and we look like we got one more person coming in here, and then we're gonna open this thing up to Q&A. Okay. So have your questions ready and have your notepad. Remember what I said, have your notepad ready. So we about to drop these gems. All right, we just had somebody else just jump in. I believe it was Miss Tanisha Fields. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, your name, where you from, and what you're looking to get out of the mobile home investing. Might need to speak up a little bit. It looked like you unmuted.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go.
How you doing?
Doing good. How you feeling?
I'm okay. I was just coming from work.
Okay, yeah, this is the perfect time right here. Now it's time to work on yourself.
Okay.
So let them know your name, your name, where you're from, and what you're looking to get out of here.
Well, hi, I'm Tanisha. I'm living right now in Columbus, Ohio, originally from New Jersey. I just want to get some information, see what it's about. My cousin Danielle, I've been seeing her flip mobile homes and just want to get information. And I got to talk to my husband who's not here right now, but I just want to see what's going on.
Okay, well, we glad to have you. Welcome to the family. And whenever hubby get home, you can. I would love for you to send him this Zoom link too. Maybe he can listen in until he get to the house.
Okay.
And we got Torrance Clayton. You want to introduce your name, where you at, where you located, and what you looking to get out of mobile home investing, and we'll jump straight into Q&A. So whoever getting ready to have whoever got a question ready, get ready to raise your hand. There's a button at the bottom that'll say that you can raise your hand. So let's go ahead and get started. So you can go ahead and start raising hands after we go ahead and introduce the last person. And then I want to introduce one more person after Torrance, which is our admin, which is Jose Garcia. We'll let him do an introduction right after you, Miss Torrance. Go ahead.
This is Torrance Clayton. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. Thanks for having me tonight, and I'm looking forward to learning about the mobile home business.
Okay. North Carolina packed in the house. North Carolina, what's going on, y'all? Love that. And Jose, how you feeling? How you feeling today, man? Good to see you in here.
Yeah, I've been on here. I'm actually here chatting, dropping a couple comments, but I don't have my little picture up, so I guess that's why y'all missed me. But I've been on here. I've been listening to everybody. Oh, this is exciting. The crowd has grown, so it's great to have everyone. Definitely, North Carolina. You know, I say if you can't find a deal in North or South Carolina, you don't belong. They're everywhere. Okay, that's just weird. You can't go a street without seeing a mobile home. They're everywhere. So, but yeah, thank you for having me also. So I am Jose J. Garcia. If you're wondering why I go by Jay, go back to a few calls behind and you'll see the story on that. But I will say my specialty more so is, and look, we don't limit, you know, we're always diving into anything. And we ourselves as admin coaches, we are getting coached by Anthony. Mark on here has coached me many times. I reach out to him for different things. Same for Danielle, same for Brad. So that's what we're all here as a community. But so, you know, we're doing all the above, but my specialty is definitely the rehabs. When it comes to contractors, I'll separate that word for a reason, or handyman, as you're always dealing with the rehabs, the budgets, the materials, you know, it's buying that mobile home that you're going to keep for a longer term, whether it's a rental, Airbnb, Section 8, flip, it doesn't matter. You got to get in there and get it fixed. So all that requires a lot of hands-on, dealing with more people, okay? And in some cities, counties, depends on where you're at, maybe even inspections. But that's what I can help most of you on here who are getting interested into the getting the rehab mobile homes and getting them out there for more of a passive income.
Thank you so much, man. This is one of the GOATs, y'all. Mr. Jose J. Garcia. Let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm ready to answer some questions. Who's first up and who got the very first question and want to get their answers taken care of so we can help you get to the next step closer to the money? And
call on you, Andrell.
Yeah, and you could just jump on here. You don't have to raise your hand. You can literally just jump on, unmute yourself, and let's just get it started. Once the first couple questions start coming, you guys, I promise you the questions gonna start coming to you're gonna have 10, 20 questions for us. So just get started, and there is no stupid question. There is no dumb question here. You can ask anything.
My question, this is Andrew. My question is pertaining to the financing. Like you said, you focus on financing through different type of lenders to get the mobile home deals done. So my question is pertaining to that, the information for the financing companies, so that like the companies that you use, and do you have a specific contact person that we contact to get the deals done?
Yeah, so I'll start it off. Yeah, so my specific person that I use inside of communities will be Danny Hicks, which is she's here. She can answer any questions from A to Z with the lending. And we actually have more, we have a whole lender directory with people that we use for land home deals, different people we use with like 21st Mortgage, Vanderbilt. And can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Could y'all, are y'all hearing my answer right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have a whole lender directory inside of our community that you guys can get access to. And as long as they know you're coming from the mobile homepreneur group, they're gonna treat you as well as they treat us. But if you got any questions specifically right now, Miss Hicks is gonna be the person who can answer any of those questions. So let's try to make this, let's try to gear this question into an actual deal. That way we can actually make this valuable for you. So do you have a home right now that you will be looking to use some type of lending on, or is this a potential deal that you have that way we can go ahead and try to answer some of those type of questions? Miss Andrea?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Okay. Yes, so I have two homes that are land deals that buyer and buyer want owner financing. So that's why I was asking in particular, is there a particular person that we can go to provide them or get them pre-approval process done?
So just to clarify real quick, and it's kind of everyone confuses this, owner financing is actually when the owner of the home is financing it themselves. So it sounds like what they want is just third party financing, which would be
you go to. It's not owner financing, it's
Okay.
financed through a company.
Okay, yeah. So you can check out our directory. If they have low credit, Keyhole Connect's really the only company that will work with them. But 21st Mortgage, Triad, all of them, they all have different requirements, different down payments. With Keyhole, it's 10% down. With 21st, I think it's usually 20% unless there's an in with the park manager there. But yeah, it just depends on a lot of factors on who you want to send them to. If you have any like particular questions about that specific deal and you want to send me the details, I can let you know who I think the best fit would be for them. You can also, another option is we do TC deals. So if you don't want to deal with the financing part of it and you've got somebody, if you're a member of the group, it's $1,000 after the deal's done. So you pay from your profit and we kind of take care. I do all the financing work for you, just connect you with the lender and handle all the work on that side.
Okay, I'll send you a message.
Yeah, sure. I don't mean to be vague, but there's like I said, every lender is so different. And if they've got good credit, I'd send them somewhere else. If they, it just depends on the specifics.
I didn't think it was mean. I'm from Chicago and we're very direct, so I didn't take offense.
And Andrea, what I did is I went ahead and sent you all the requirements that the tenant is gonna need, right? They're gonna need the 520. Everybody look into the chat real quick.
Okay.
Look into the chat. They're gonna need a 520 credit score minimum, 10% down of the purchase house. So if the house is $50,000, they're gonna need $5,000, right? 2 years of work history with the tax returns to match, okay? And they're gonna need 12 months of 0 late payments. They're gonna need to be able to show that. And the alternative, and what we mean by that is anyone with no open credit lines on their credit report will have to provide the 12 months of on-time payment history from these two type of credit examples, right? So it could be gym membership, Hulu, Netflix, life insurance, daycare, landscaping, auto insurance, electric, water bill, cable bill, cell phone bill, alarm bill, exterminator, trash or sewer, buy here, pay here, auto, jewelry, furniture like errands, rent to own.
So anything that shows them having a 2-year payment history.
You got it. You got it. Copy and paste that. Copy and paste that, y'all. Take a screenshot. Write it down. This is what I would call a gem.
And those are for Keyhole, but it's important to point out, like anything lower than that, nobody, because Keyhole is kind of like the only company that finances those real low credit borrowers. So if you have someone who doesn't meet that, then you're in trouble. If you have someone who does meet that, like I said, they have a better credit, then we might want to send them somewhere else.
Correct the mundo. Andrew, I hope that answered your question. If you have another question, get ready, write it down, and then we'll come right back around for round 2 for you, okay?
Yeah, you answered it. Thank you.
Hey, can I add to that real quick or just ask Danny to elaborate on financing investors in the mobile home space?
What do you meaning by that, Kim?
So investors who are buying units to renovate them, and
Gotcha.
what your
Sorry.
qualifications are for investors, because I think some people on this call could benefit from that.
Sure. Yeah, investors are actually, we're even more relaxed. Basically, we kind of take that on a case-by-case basis with Keyhole. We work with investors all the time, though. So whether you're renting the home out, or you're going to flip it and sell it, we won't finance the actual repairs or anything, but we'll finance the whatever the sale price of the home is. You make the monthly payments, and then whatever you do with it, either you pay it off monthly or you just pay off the loan when you're done. There's no prepayment penalties. So it's a really great way to get a home for just, if you get a $20,000 home, it's $2,000 down. And requirements, you just basically need that proof of income. You need to be able to show, if you're probably self-employed, if you're an investor, 12 months of bank statements, all you need. We don't do tax returns. You don't have to have that. If you can show, basically, it comes down to your DTI, your debt to income. If you have a decent DTI, you won't have any problem qualifying for financing as an investor.
Now, question, you said that you financed the purchase, but not the rehab. So just thinking, for the creative guys there, if I were to increase my purchase price to include the rehab, would that be fine with you guys?
Probably not, no, because we do kind of look at the home a little bit to see if it's worth that. So we really, what the home's worth is what we'll finance it for. Now, when you go around and turn around and sell that home, you can, let's say you put $10,000 into the home, you bought it for $10,000, you want to go ahead and sell it for 60, we'll finance the 60. But we don't mess around with the actual repairs. You need to go to like a private lender or we've had people get creative with it.
Okay. Thank you.
Use your brain, Tevin.
Oh, no, I'm already using it, bro. I try to drop a hint in there for them.
She's the lender. Use your head. All right, let's jump on to some next questions. Miss Tanisha Fields, look like you up here.
Yeah, finally, huh?
Let's go.
Well, I'm hearing questions from people who want to purchase a home, and I was, looking into maybe flipping. I have no idea what to do, and I just wanted to get a start or some information on how to start. Like I said, I'm in Ohio, so I have never even reached out for any resources for this, but I just want to hear what you had to say about your position, what you do, and everything like that.
First thing you want to, and I'm not trying to put all your information out here, is do you have capital to buy and to be able to rehab these houses? That's the first big question, because if you got about $20,000 or $15,000 put to the side, and then we could talk more rehab. But if you're not ready for that and you don't want to risk that capital right now, we want to start you with wholesaling and building relationships so you can be able to creatively make this money.
Okay.
Which one sounds better to you?
Oh, the latter.
Yeah, I believe so too. So when it comes,
I don't mean to interrupt. I don't know what you mean by wholesale. I don't know what that means.
Okay, so wholesaling. Jose, can you please give him a quick interlude about exactly what wholesaling is?
For sure. And we did do a coaching on this a couple weeks back, so y'all can also check that out. But when you think about wholesaling, think about it as getting paid for your time. You're the middleman or middle lady. You're basically connecting a seller to a buyer by playing in control, and you're getting paid for your time. That's how I like to define it. But what you're doing is you're basically finding a mobile home at what needs to be a good deal so that you can turn around and sell it. You know, you raise the value, the price of that home, and then you assign it to someone else and you make a profit in between. That's the perfect way for anybody with little capital, nothing wrong with that, to come into this game. You do a few wholesales and you start building your capital, and then you can start getting into flips and the holding and that sort of thing.
Torrance, Torrance, do that answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Now back to you, Tanisha.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get an understanding of what he was saying with wholesaling?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, now let's talk about your first steps that you need to be doing to be able to get your first wholesale deal. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Where your pen and paper at?
I got it right here.
Let's go. All right, your very first step that you want to do is you want to do you know any mobile home parks that's near you right now in a 5 to 10 mile radius?
I know there are some, but I mean, I don't know exactly where they are.
What part of Columbus are you in?
I'm on the west side.
The west side. All right. Yeah, there's a lot in that area, and then in south of Columbus too, towards Athens and that area.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
You can also look in Dayton. My family lives in Dayton, Ohio, and I used to live there. There are a lot of mobile home parks in Dayton, Ohio area, and that's not far from Columbus.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Okay.
Now, Mark, hit them with that question, that number one question that you like to tell them to go ask about.
Evictions, and Ohio is famous for this. That's kind of why I asked. I have a couple brothers and sisters that live in Columbus specifically, and my brother lives in Hawken Hills, so they kind of stretch around South Ohio, and there is a lot of deals out there, and there are evictions. And I mentioned at the beginning of the call, a lot of the homes that I get are from auctions, either evictions or taxes, and this is a great way to wholesale because these people are either already evicted and the auction hasn't happened yet, or they're about to be evicted, and that puts them in a great position for us as wholesalers in real estate. When people traditionally deal with like regular stick built houses, they always say you want to look for motivated sellers, and these are the most motivated sellers, at least in this mobile home niche, that that kind of come across because they're in a position where they have to get evicted over how much money that they owe in rent, or maybe their homes, depending on the state, being auctioned off for the taxes that they owe, and they may not be able to pay that. They may even owe a lot rent, but those numbers, combined together, could be less than $4,000 on average, I'd say, from the ones I've done. And these are 10, 15, $25,000 homes, and that's where you have the opportunity as a wholesaler to really be somebody who can provide a service for both the sellers and the buyers. For the people who are selling, you're helping them stop an eviction. It's almost like a foreclosure, like a bank foreclosure. You're helping them stop an eviction, get on their record. If you can start branding and doing marketing and build a list of buyers that are always messaging you or calling you, coming to you as a person, almost like a real estate agent would be, getting calls from people who are looking for homes. As soon as those opportunities come up, where if somebody's getting evicted and they need to sell a home really fast, and you're able to help that person stop an eviction by helping another person find a home. Because a lot of times, most real estate agents don't deal with mobile homes at all. They kind of throw those leads away, which is another little hidden gem. But which leaves it kind of wide open and nobody there to service those people. And once you could become that person in your market, in your region, by talking to park managers, this is a big help for park managers, because when somebody gets evicted, they have to wait for the home to be, or I should say, wait for the vehicle. I'll be kind of more specific terminology wise. They have to wait for the vehicle to be abandoned for 30 days before they can host an auction. And that process between the day that person didn't pay rent, say it's the 10th, they didn't pay rent this month, to the day somebody actually moves in that home again after the auction and gets a new title from the DMV, could be 8 months. And now this park is missing lot rent for 6 to 8 months. So now there's 3 people in this scenario that could use, somebody to connect all the dots. There's the seller, there's the buyer, and the park, who all need this to be kind of expedited. So really wholesaling, that would be a good opportunity to wholesale. So one thing I always do, like I was talking about, is I go to parks, and what a lot of people do is they ask the park manager, what do you have for sale? And the parks are probably going to think that it's an individual person looking to move in the park. I always add the question, what happens with evictions, or what do you guys do with evictions? Because now that's going to spark an interest in the park manager, the park owner, and a question that they've never heard before. And they know that's potentially a problem. That's money that they're missing. And that's where you can build the relationships to where when these things come up, before they even put the eviction notice on these people's door, the park managers, the park owners are calling you and seeing if you can come help that person from their eviction. Whether it's helping them find a buyer to sell their home, or I've even given loans to people to help them pay their lot rent and, charge them interest and let them make payments. Another way to make passive money in this business without, doing a lot in terms of like building houses and breaking down walls and a bunch of physical labor.
Let the money make the money. Miss Tanisha, is this giving you insight on the next step to do?
Oh, definitely. My ears are perked up.
Let's go.
I definitely can do that. I mean, that's a good start.
All right. So you need your first thing that you should have wrote down with a star next to it is locate all the mobile home parks in your area.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're gonna visit them. Then we're gonna
Mhm.
run down that script that Mark just said, right?
Yep. Yep.
That's what we're doing. All right. If you got another question, we'll catch you on the second round. We're gonna jump into somebody else real quick, but that was a great question. Hey, there is no bad question here, y'all. There is no bad question.
Right.
All right, who ready? Unmute yourself. Let's go.
Hey y'all, it's me. I want to say wholesaling is possible. I had a goal of 10 deals within 6 months, and I met that goal as of yesterday. So it's definitely a doable thing. The next thing is with got lending. And Danny, maybe I can talk to you offline again. I know we've been chatting. I think I'm confused. The person I'm trying to help with lending doesn't have anything. They don't even have land. And so I just needed a little more guidance on how best to help them, because I think Keyhole is just chattel. So just want to maybe touch bases about that. And then the second thing is I'm on the hunt for my first buy and hold. So there's a property that is for sale. It's a 89 3-bed, 2-bath solid home. It can be lived in now. The seller wants 15,000. I had a handyman go out and check it out and see, how much repairs would be, because my strategy, or my exit strategy, would actually be to um, sell it through, maybe a lender. And so the handyman quoted me 9,000 to, fix the home, and, no issues with the home. So 15 for the home and then 9 for repairs. I was considering offering about 8,000 to the seller for the home, taking into account the repairs that need to be made for the home. And then I believe with the repairs, the after repair might be about 30,000. So I just wanted to get an idea of what you guys thought about that.
Go ahead, Miss
Well,
Hicks.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll touch on the first part about the they don't have anything. Yeah, if it's in a community, if they're open to moving a home into a community, that's a little bit easier the private buying the private land and finding a home to move onto is totally doable. That's a lot of work. Not telling you not to do it. But and I saw Mark put in the chat, yeah, that where you need like FHA or something like that. That's going to take a lot of time and a lot of probably effort on your part because most people don't know what they're getting into. I would just make sure that they know all the work that's going to be. Another option is for them to, buy an existing mobile home on private property. For that, you can use a credit union. There's a lot of lenders who will do that. There's some specifics that you need to find out about the home to make sure it could be financed, lended on. But if they're open to like buying in a community, that's where you could use someone like Keyhole, and it's a lot more direct. And even if they're moving a home into a community, I know with Keyhole and other lenders, because it's secure because that park owner has like that second backup in case they default, it's a lot easier to finance something like that. And then for your second question, with the price, I mean, I think the price, it really just depends on your market. It sounds like your numbers sound like they're solid though. I mean, I don't see any issues with what you're suggesting, and doing it on financing would be pretty reasonable because that'd be 3,000 down.
Nice. Thanks, Danny. I appreciate that.
And just to be
Especially with
clear,
this first one
was
with
you
the
30,000 all in, or was you 20,000 all in? What was you in? What was you all in? What was your all in cost?
So if they accept the offer of about 8,000, it'll be about 17,000 for the purchase of the home and the rehab.
And then you're gonna put it up for 30, and then you're gonna
Yeah.
make it yeah. That seemed about fair. That seemed about right. One thing I do want to let everybody know is, the price right when you got 20 tours on it in the first week. You know the price right. If you got one tour every month, you tripping.
Hang on. You're trying to buy the mobile home for 8,000, put 9,000 worth of repairs, roughly be around 17,000 all in. And the ARB after repair value means what you can sell it for is estimated around 30,000.
Yeah, I'm possibly 35, but yeah, around that 30, 35.
Quick
price.
question.
Possibly 35K would be a go. Anything else is unacceptable. So that's not how that works there. This ain't real estate. I would have to look at I'll be happy to help you look at the photos and put a better budget maybe.
Okay.
The first key is to get the mobile home as cheap as possible.
Right.
And there's no bad question, like there's no bad offer. The worst thing you're going to get is a no. But a lot of times it just means coaching the seller. This is why I'm offering what I'm offering. So when I look at these numbers, I mean, my blueprint is a third all in to the final ARB. So if you're going to be in at 30,000 ARB, then I don't need to exceed more than 10, maybe 12,000. I feel okay about that. Because anything else past that, and especially if you're going to be financing, now you got to wait on your money.
Yeah.
So now you talking months and maybe a year or a little bit more before you start getting your money. That's, to me, again, that's more real estate. So why don't you, if you will, maybe tomorrow, send me some of those photos. Let's try to put a budget together and see what we can knock off down. Maybe it's the rehab sounds crazy to me. That's
gonna be my first
The big
question.
thing that you said, Tracy, was you said it's already livable.
It is
Yeah.
livable. Yeah. It's definitely
Yeah, you got some cosmetic stuff to do. That's it.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
Never go with the first quote or the first bid. If you're new in this area, and I say area as a new market or even new to contractors, I want to get 3 to 5 bids, and I'm going to question every one of those. 1 or 2 may be within ballpark. The other ones need to go back to real estate. So again, let's conversate the message. Maybe give me some photos, more details, and we'll get you a better starting point.
I say
Sounds good.
Post it in the community. Post it in the
Yeah.
community with the photos, and then we'll all go in on it. We'll all
Sounds
go in on it,
good.
for sure.
Yep.
I always
Thanks,
tell
y'all.
people who come
You
from
got a
like
deal though, for sure. It's time to tweak it now.
it's definitely the rehab. I always tell people who come from like traditional house flipping that like you try to do that with mobile homes, it's really easy to way overdo it or go overboard. Like as when you rehab a house, it puts a lot of appreciation value. Like you can get an appraisal out of it, and the bank will say that it's worth this much. With mobile homes, it's really what the marketplace wants to pay for homes. is like, depending on how much you put in, doesn't automatically
Hey,
equal.
Mark, say that one more time, man. Y'all write this down.
I'll start it over. The difference between real property and personal property, with real property, when you rehab it, you can get an appraisal. Estimators, banks, and insurance companies will then create a new appraisal value for it. You know, those are real numbers that you can take to a bank and say, this is what it's worth. And it's, you know, with mobile homes or personal property, there's none of that. It's based off what the marketplace is willing to pay for homes at that price. So it's really easy to overdo it with mobile homes. As long as it's safe and comfortable and clean. I'm not saying not to make the houses nice, but it's easy to overdo it. You know, all new cabinets, toilets, baths, unless it's absolutely needed, like it's damaged and it needs to be replaced. Bare minimum, almost. Like if you can get away with new carpets and a couple paint, like, and touching up a couple doorknobs, don't overdo it. Because that's where your money's coming in. Like if you put $1,000 in and there's no like calculation on a mobile home where you can get appraised for every 1,000 I put in, I'm gonna get 3,000, 6,000 more out. We want to, and that's where we start to frame the market. As soon as we start to do this more and more often, we build the market and say how much these homes are worth with the more consistency. And you start to kind of condition. After a few homes, you start to condition the marketplace. Hey, this is the set value. This is the set value. This is the set value. So when it comes to rehabbing mobile homes, you want to find, like Jose said, a really consistent formula that you use every time. So at least on your end, you can get a really good idea of what you're going to get on the back end, and really just don't overdo it. Like they don't have to be Hilton 5-star resorts. These, I would say these people don't have the highest expectations or standards. They're just looking for something safe, comfortable, affordable for their family. And biggest thing is affordable. And as long as you can solve that problem, these homes will fly off the shelf. As long as it's clean, fresh carpets, looks like they just got shampooed, fresh paint, it doesn't look like there's stains or nothing everywhere. That just looks nice and fresh and clean. A lot of people will jump at those. There's a lot of families that just need, something safe and clean.
Agreed. Thanks, Mark.
I always let people do their own stuff if they want to go above and beyond. Once they buy the home, change toilets, change showers, put glass showers, tile showers, all that stuff. But the least is the better, especially with tile and tile showers. It's a lot of weight. And when people put drywall in mobile homes, it's a lot of weight. These frames are only engineered to hold so much weight. Like the actual engineering of the building itself, the metal frame that it sits on can only hold so much weight. So when people even change the walls and they just put drywall on top of the wood wall and they don't take out the other wall behind it, it adds all this extra weight. And that's where, you start to get roof leaks, cracks, because the house starts to warp because all the extra weight on the outside walls, because there's all this drywall and the frame isn't designed to hold that much weight. It's only engineered to hold how much it's made from the factory. So adding tile floors, tile in the bathroom showers, especially when there's bathrooms in the back of the house and people start putting tile showers, as soon as that thing gets on wheels and somebody wants to move it to their land, the back half of the house is dragging on the ground and snaps in half because of the weight. So always just try not to overdo it.
Keep it simple. And to add to that, Mark, I don't know if you covered it, and I missed part of that is, I had an investor to come to me. He was buying a mobile home from point A to point B. I don't know why. He just had to rehab it at point A. I told him over and over, wait till he gets to point B where it may never leave again. Now, sure enough, he made it look like a house inside. So he put all sheetrock around. Well, sheetrock cracks. So when you go on down the highway and mobile home is bouncing, guess what those sheetrocks are doing? They're cracking. When he got to point B, which is obviously a rough ride, most of that sheetrock was on the floor. Don't rehab mobile homes at point A if you're going to move them to point B.
Y'all write that down. Write it down. That is a gem. Because people do it all the time. And it's all about we don't know what we don't know. That's what we all here for. All right, who ready to get up here and ask a question? Let's go. Let's get it. We dropping them bars tonight. You would have thought we were recording a song.
Hey, this is Kim.
Let's go, Kim.
Hey, so okay, I have a question for, I guess, Mark probably, but when a mobile home mover moves a unit, if the person is not there to receive the unit, who's responsible for where the unit gets placed? And do they have to come out and set it later if they just drop it and go?
Anything can happen, and it can go any way. I've done them every which way. I've dropped them in the middle of the desert. Like, this desert's never been touched by humans in the 3 billion years that this planet's existed. And somebody wants a mobile home out there. I've done it where people had concrete pads already, like, I mean, a whole concrete parking lot for this thing to sit, and they had it coned where I knew exactly where it went. I learned over time I never deliver a home without seeing the site first. A lot of times I've gotten stuck in ditches. I've hit telephone poles. I've broken all kinds of stuff on my truck, on houses, trying to squeeze it onto people's properties because they didn't have fences cut down. They didn't have the adequate space. And and they're just like, just get it right here. I don't care what happens. I'm like, well, if you don't care, we'll just pull it through. I mean, I don't always sell the prettiest homes. Like Jose says, you always rehab it after it gets there. So I sell the craziest homes before they're rehabbed and when they get to where they go. So if a window breaks, people usually don't care. I'm in the desert. There's bushes everywhere. And I've done everything, but I never go without seeing the delivery site first. Me personally, if everybody else does that, I don't know. But I
Well,
always do the delivery site. I at least need cones or something. I mean, sometimes it's literally in the middle of the desert. It might as well be on Mars.
so if the
Like,
buyer is, or the person who's land, who owns the site is not there, is it okay to just drop it and go if
as
you've
long as you're
waited?
already paid.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay.
I think my thing is the person who paid Mark to move it, why wouldn't you be there?
I've had it where people don't show up. This is
Yeah, the person just didn't show up, so.
There's no reason for them to be there. Like, if they already got it marked, they know where it's going. Or if it's a double wide, I drop the first half off, they were there, and then I come back another day and I drop the second half and they don't come. And they just wait for me to come install it because they might live an hour away from where they're developing this piece of land. There's nothing for them to see. They've seen it, it's there. The second half's there as long as I call them, tell them, and as long as I'm already paid. Yeah, there's been times I've delivered it and people were there and they didn't pay and I left with the house. So like, it's not coming back until you pay.
Okay. I was just curious because we had a odd situation where the person they were home baking and it was more important to finish their baking than to be on site and direct them as to where the unit should go.
Yeah, in those cases, I'll drop the home anywhere and you gotta pay me to come put it where you want later.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe like $100 to
Kim?
come move it. Usually I just charge them gas money if they want it, but if I just put it somewhere on the property where I think it should be, usually I can tell with a neighbor and adjacent properties, I can tell the setbacks and how far from the street they have to be. And usually people want it in the middle
Mhm.
with the front door towards the street.
Wow. Okay. And I have one more thing, guys. I have to tell you guys, I don't know if y'all talked to Brad offline, but having conversations with Brad has really, really made such a big difference in my business. So I know I said this last week, but I cannot tell you guys enough how one-on-one calls with Brad are so informative. And he took the time to go over stuff with me. Like, is this how do you get this? Basically, to me, it was like, you understand this? And he took the time to do that. He went over our allotted amount of time. So thank you. I'm going to keep telling you guys how great it is because we talk to Brad weekly outside of this, and it's just making a huge impact in my business. Just in one thing that he did, let alone the 200 other things he did that I don't know about yet. But anyway, I'm still working on the one thing and moving forward with that. So thank you again.
Man, you got me over here cheesing, man. I don't cheat you often now. Hey, I appreciate you so much for sure. You and Craig, you got a good team on you. Got a good
Yeah,
team.
my operations manager had him. They both speak IT stuff, and it's great. So I can just sit back and be like, "Okay, you just show me what buttons to push, and I'm gonna be good." So thank you.
Man, no, thank you so much. And great question too, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, let's jump into some of the newbies. Cassandra, did you have any questions in here?
I actually do.
Okay,
well,
let's go.
I'm self-employed. I'm a barber and a loctician, right? So what I'm really trying to do is get a gist of it, being as though, I have like cash on hand all the time. I needed to know, like, is there like a minimum or a maximum of money I should have put to the side when I start looking to wholesale, or what?
What I would do immediately is open up a business account, put all that cash in the business account, and start building your business credit and start getting business lines of credit. So that way you can save all your cash if you're getting all this, and then that will give you access to do the deals. Now, is there a minimum? I'm sure all of us here can say we've gotten free homes, and all of us have paid for homes probably up to 8 or 10,000 and everywhere in between.
Okay. All right, thank you.
When it comes to wholesaling, though, I would say the whole purpose of wholesaling is you think about it like I have no capital. Even if you got 80K, you got no capital. That's how you got to think. So
Right.
you're just assigning. Remember, you're the middleman. You're the middle person. So start with no money, even if you have money.
Okay. Thank you.
Wholesaling is gonna be your route for sure. And if you got, like you said, if you got the extra money, use it on a little extra marketing. If you get a wholesale deal and get the deal out faster, until you get the process down. I feel like, me personally, when the best time to own is when you own that land up under the mobile home. We jug up out the communities.
Real quick, by the way, and I don't want to call Kim out. Kim had asked for an agreement for, I think it was a rent to own or financing or something. We do put the agreements on the school app, by the way. So anytime you can message an admin directly, that's great and all. But at the same time, if you drop it on the comments in itself, then you got not just that one admin that you're messaging, but you got 8 of them hitting you up. So all the agreements should be there. If there's any agreement that's missing, we'll go and upload it.
Wow, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh,
Absolutely.
And can everybody see my screen? This is what we're talking about inside the group that we're going to show you guys. We have all of this stuff in here.
I also wanted to just quickly give Jose a shout out because I think it was last week he said no title, no problem. I immediately ordered signed magnets for the cars and no title, no problem. So now I know how to actually acquire homes for people who do not have titles. And what I did is I reached out. I see Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. So I started talking to them saying, hey, will you put my magnets on your car? And if you do, I'll give you $100 a month. This was passive income. And so far, no one has said no. So I'm ordering more signs now because I need to put a new phone number on them. Thank you, Brad.
Oh, you just went GOAT status. You just went GOAT status.
Yeah, so I'm excited about, if you see an Uber magnets, you guys can get magnets for like under $10 a piece. And on the magnet, it says, we buy mobile homes, we buy and sell mobile homes. And it also says no title, no problem. So now we can market those people who do have title issues. So thank you for helping me clarify title issue and for saying no title, no problem, because that's definitely
So Kim, I got to do this though. I got to do this because that's the one thing that I coached on. Number one strategy is branding, marketing, advertising, which I actually typed up earlier. Never use magnets when you're going to pay somebody to put them on. It's too easy for them to remove them, and then you don't know who's going what, who's got that. So we started that a while years ago when we started doing the same thing as we buy mobile homes and put our phone numbers, but it was always a decal. The decal is not going to ruin the paint or it's not going to ruin the back of the window. Now, who you're choosing to, dead on. That's high five right there. Any car that's actively on the road, that's the guy or lady that you want. But I want to be able to check in with these guys once a week and say, hey, shoot me a photo of the decal. Make sure if it's dirty, if it's scratched up or something, I'm going to replace it. So if you don't mind, because I don't want these guys to just take it off and be $100 ain't much, but you got a few cars going there, you got a bill. So you want to make sure that they're actually advertising it out.
Okay, so what we did, like in North Carolina, we had sent signs down there and they send us a picture of the sign on the car and in different locations. So I think we're going to implement that here in Maryland as well. Send us a picture. I while you're out, and it should be at different locations at different times.
And no more magnets, decals only, because hey, it ain't nothing for me to go stick that magnet on there. Hell, you can pay me $100. You can pay me $100 a month. I
Wait
go
a minute, no
spend $100
magnets.
for a picture.
You said don't do magnets because it's the big 12 by 18 magnet. So don't do that.
Yeah, but just because just for the simple fact, and I'm just now learning this from Jose, what he said is it's the simple fact that it can take it off. And then whenever you check it in about it, let me just put that thing on there, take that picture, she happy.
That's a business in itself that you can start, by the way, branding, advertising. We used to get the 12 by 12 yellow bright with red letters, we buy mobile homes. And you know, you can keep up with these cars. All you got to do is start up in Excel. Uber, so-and-so, Johnson Joe, whatever drives a minivan Toyota. So when somebody calls you and say, hey, I saw your sign on the road, one of my first questions is basically, oh, where did you see the sign? Oh, it was a silver Toyota or whatever. You just keeping up with the stuff. That's not a micromanaging job, but it's going to help because the biggest thing is I want to make sure that I'm paying these guys and they're actually advertising. This beats bandit signs all day long, by the way.
Well, what we did to give them an incentive to keep it on the car is if someone says, Sylvester, I saw Sylvester and I asked Sylvester, then Sylvester, if we purchase a property or sell a property to someone, then they get an additional $200 incentive. So it's passive money, and we're hoping that that will encourage them to keep the signs on the car because they can not only make the $100 a month, but they could potentially get an extra incentive if someone just mentions their name. Because when I'm at traffic lights or I'm in somewhere, someone sees my car, they always ask me questions. So I'm assuming that that would happen with others as well. I'm hoping that happens.
Play with it, track it, and you're on the right road. You're doing good. That's great.
Yes, for sure. And guys, Mark gonna be getting out of here in a second. So if anybody got any mobile home moving questions, this is the time to ask right now. Any questions right now from anybody in here about moving mobile homes right now?
Yes, I wanted to ask, actually, how much would it cost to move a mobile home?
It kind of varies, but in the Ohio market, anywhere from like 6,000 to 8,000. I guess say 4,000 to 8,000. That's just for moving. That's not installing. That's just moving.
Yeah, I could say for South Carolina, 4,000 to 6,000.
Probably close to 4 for single wides. It might go up to 8 if it's a double wide, and it's like
Go up to
brick
10.
around it and concrete.
10 double wides up here. They get frisky when them double wides come up.
In Maryland, I literally just paid 11, almost 12,000 to move a single wide. People don't like to move in Maryland.
Yeah, in Concord, the deal that I did, it was about 11,000. Because they were saying they had to get some additional permits because of the height of the mobile home. And then they go by the mileage too, so it just depends.
Don't y'all just love the internet and how fast you can get answers? That's some good insight, guys.
Yeah, Mark, real quick, I'm going to send you a video of the mobile home I just sold yesterday. There's a carport directly. I mean, it's not connected, but it is so close you would think it is. And then there's a fence. So I'm going to send you the video of the home just to get your thoughts on moving it. Yeah.
Take a video.
What'd you say?
It's in the video. Take a video when they cut it down too. It's always good to see things go smash.
Okay.
That's my favorite part, is demolition part of moving mobile homes. It's when the chainsaws and the hammers come out.
Great. Anybody got any more questions for Mark before he head out of here? And then we'll go into last little bit of questions, and I'll show you guys the community and how you guys can jump in and be a part of it.
Hey, Mark, didn't you say when you first started, you were doing land? How you had this really intriguing story about when you first started, and people were coming up with cash, and could you elaborate on what you said, the way you started a little bit?
Yeah, so the first home I got, I sold on payments, and 4 or 5 months into it, the lady ended up having to move to Pennsylvania. I'm in Arizona for her kid or something. So I gave her two options. You can either pay out, sell the home or whatever, and pay off whatever was left. If it was like 16,000 left, 15,000 somewhere on there, or you could just hand it back over to me and I'll resell it. So I ended up taking it back over. I got a $4,000 life insurance policy loan from one of my friends to rehab it and resell it again, make it a little nicer because when I got it, I just sold it as is. So I rehabbed it, and then I ended up selling it to a lady who needed it moved to another park where her mom's trailer was. So I didn't have any movers, didn't know any movers, started calling somebody referred me to another mover because the mover I called only drove trucks. He didn't do the tear down, what they call tear downs, where they basically get it on wheels and stuff. He didn't do any of that. He just showed up with his truck, and if it was ready to go, he'd hook up and drive away. Other than that, he told me to contact somebody else. That guy said he was busy. So I offered, hey, let me work with you right now to learn how to do it, get you kind of sped up, caught up, get to my house faster because I was paying lot rent. My whole goal was to get that thing out immediately. So I was like, oh, I could probably learn how to do this and get these out of the way for him so he can come and do mine. And then hopefully I'll learn to do it enough where I can do mine myself as long as he provides me the tools and the equipment and stuff. Just trying to make it cheaper and move it from there. And ever since then, started moving homes and started working with him and another one of his partners who is still my partner today. And he worked at a car lot before. He owned a car lot, and so he knew about auctions, and he taught us how to find the auctions, the tax auctions. We started going to all the auctions and buying these mobile homes. And how tax auctions work here, they don't run them anymore because of one of the homes we got from a veteran. He kind of fought back at it after a couple of years. But the auctions would start at however much they owe in taxes, $400, $800, $1,200, whatever it is. And then bidding would start at that price. If nobody start bidding, they'd cut the bid number in half. So say they owed $400. If nobody bid, everybody in here is crickets. They'd say $200. Anybody want to start bidding at $200? Say nobody in here, raise their hand. Nobody bid. They'd start bidding at $1, and nobody was going to these auctions. So we were getting all these homes from anywhere from like 5 to 10 a month, depending on how many of them are good. Like there'd probably be anywhere from 15 to 25 homes that would go to auction every month, but some of them would be like pre-HUD, some of them wouldn't be worth messing with. But a good month would be like 10 of them, average month 15. And parks are getting mad because the law is, as long as you repossess a mobile home as a lien holder, you're not subject to any of the lease agreements by any means necessary. That means they can't trespass you. You don't have to pay any lot rent. So we were not paying any lot rent till the home sold, and we still didn't pay lot rent. So we ended up finding out that the parks weren't letting us sell to anybody who wanted to live in the park, because the parks were upset that we weren't paying lot rent, and we got these homes for like a couple dollars. And so they weren't approving anybody. So we ended up kind of changing our marketing, started posting in Facebook groups that were Spanish speaking groups, like just all Mexicans. Basically, I'm in Arizona, and started getting homes that would always need to be moved to, West Phoenix or South Phoenix, West Phoenix, South Phoenix, West Phoenix, South Phoenix, but over and over and over again. After like 50, 60 homes doing this for a couple months, started realizing these were the areas that people started always wanted these homes moved to, and we kind of got an idea of what type of customer we were looking for. It was always some type of family with kids and wanted to get their own land on an acre, all that. So then we started getting land in those areas, and then just moving the homes there and then selling them after instead of before. And that's kind of how we got into moving homes on land.
Fire.
Thank you. I love that story. I think there's so much to learn in that.
Thank you.
Great question again, Kim.
I had a question.
Yeah. I was just about to ask. Anybody else got any more questions before I get ready to do the talk about the community? Where you at?
This is Torrance from Raleigh, North Carolina.
What's going on?
He mentioned evaluating the home and some weren't worth buying. What's the process of evaluating the home? What do you look for?
For me specifically, I was going based off of what I call my buyers list, just clients that I had from previous sales or previous wholesales, or, I have ads, if you're looking to buy homes, posting up, people would hit me up and saying I'm looking for a home. I'd always be building a list, not just, putting, we buy homes, but also we sell homes and helping people on both sides. So doing marketing and, just seeing that, at least in my market, as long as it had 2 bathrooms, if it was a single wide, as long as it had 2 bathrooms, it'd sell fast. If I had 1 bathroom, it'd take a little longer. Double wides always sold faster. If it was a 4-bedroom double wide, it'd sell in seconds. So we started just kind of knowing the ages of the mobile homes for our market, what people were looking for. People in our market were kind of looking for homes with like the wood siding or the T11 style siding instead of the metal aluminum siding. Ones with like the pointed roofs instead of the flat roofs. It's just kind of like just kind of what people were looking for after just doing it for even just a couple weeks and building the leads and just starting to ask questions what people were looking for. And then homes that were too old to move. I already knew that right away. So anything that's pre-HUD, which is 1976, they made laws, which is HUD, that says homes can't have lead paint, which we all know about that. And then they can't have any galvanized plumbing, which is copper pipes. And to redo that on a mobile home is about $8,000. So any home that was older than 1976 was a no-go. Arizona has a lot of 1960s and a lot of 1970s mobile homes, and they were even 2-bedroom and 1 bath with metal siding and flat roofs. So all those kind of disqualified them for, what I thought I would be able to sell.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else got any more questions while before we get ready to go over the community? And I hope you all been writing your gems down, because once you get inside the community, I want you guys to take those notes and drop them in the community. That way we all can learn from each other from what we learned today. I just dropped the link to the community in the chat. Everybody give that a click right now. And I'm gonna go over it real quick at the just let me know if you guys see my screen. Do you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Drop a 1 if you see the screen. Drop a 1 if you see my screen. Great. Look like everybody's seeing it. So as you can see inside of the community, we're going through a plethora of gems, and every day we're posting and giving you new game about every single thing. We got pages on pages, over 181 different posts in here about mobile home investing. And the great thing about it is we got different sections in here. So if you want to ask questions about the mobile home insurance, if you want to ask different deals that we all have personally, so you don't have to deal with any other people, you can actually get deals inside of the community with us. If you got tips or questions about rehabbing mobile homes, if you want to learn more about wholesaling the mobile homes, if you want to know how we're using the rent to own strategy, aka lending on the mobile homes, if you want to know more about moving the mobile homes, like you was learning more gems today, any announcements that we're having, like we got the mastery coming up. I have Jose talking about that in a second right after this. And all the wins that everybody in the community is getting, whether they got a new rental property, whether they just did their first flip, their first wholesale, or hell, even your first eviction, that you finally evicted somebody out of your house, right? And then this is where I want all of you guys to focus on, is the gems tab, because the gem tab is going to break down all the gems that we all have put inside of here, inside the community, okay? So I want to jump into the classroom. The classroom, I have a whole bunch of different videos and stuff like that that help you guys out, to teach you more about mobile home investing. It's not like a course step-by-step, because this community is built off of us actually helping you get to the next step, and you utilizing all the admins that you have talked to today. So we're not really focused on selling you a course. We're focused on making sure you got an environment, a family, a culture for someone to be able to speak about this mobile home investing. I remember coming up, and I didn't even really have too many people to talk to about it. And that's all I wanted to talk about, because that's all I was doing at the time. We even got teaching you guys about how to structure the LLC to make sure everything's together. We got the templates, the downloadable templates for you guys to use. We got the vendor lender in here of all our different lenders that we utilize. We got the wholesale forms, we got the checklist in here, and we got the done for you services, which meaning you can get the transaction coordination with Danny Hicks inside there. And then we got that you could get the transaction coordination for the bond title with Jose Garcia in there. So If you guys got a mobile home that don't got a title and you don't feel like going through all the steps and stuff like that, Jose will actually run that for you. Same with the lending. Danny will run that for you. So this is a community that you guys are getting in here. So with that being said, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing every single one of you inside of the community. With that being said, I want to open up the floor to everybody about any questions about the community right now, because we definitely want to see you inside of here. Any questions about joining, pricing, how long you're going to be in here, what it takes? Do we got special prices? Any questions right now about joining the community? So all my new people, I'm looking to see you joining today, right? Torrance, I'm looking to see you join today. Andrea, I'm seeing you joining today, right?
I think I already sent my request, but yeah.
Okay, great. TJ, we're going to see you inside of here today, right? Dylan, we're going to see you inside here today, right? And I believe we had Chris, we had nephew, we're gonna see you inside the community, right?
Yeah, we're on the way, man.
Let's go. Well, yeah, man, that sounds great. And before we get out of here, I want Jose. Perfect. Good. Let's go, guys. Let's go. With that being said, Jose, I want you to tell them about the in-person mastery that we got coming up with. And if you already joined in the community, say it's done or say I'm in. Let's go. Doing it now. Let's go. Let's get in here. Welcome to the family, Dylan. Welcome to the family, Cassandra. Let's go. All right, Jose, the floor is yours, boss man.
For sure. So yeah, so let's talk about the mobile home mastery. The mobile home mastery is the next level now. Look, Zoom is awesome. I love it. You can learn and you never have to leave. You never have to leave home. You can do it from your laptop, your phone, whatever. But it's also the opportunity to come and meet us in person. So we originally had it done for, I think, the first week of June down in Sylvester. The one thing about the mastery is, there we go, about the mastery is that we like to have inventory. Like Brad said, it's like, when you come to the mastery, you're not just coming there to learn, go back home and think about it. We have the investments. We are the only real estate teaching, training at this time that are actually still offering mobile homes, actual real deals. So when you leave there, you don't have to go out and find one. You can actually come in and say, I'm ready to invest in one. And what makes it more unique is, like this video is showing, is we actually walk through every one of the homes that are available. Some of you have questions. How do I rehab this? How do I fix this? What kind of material? What goes on the roof, the ceiling, the walls, the electrical, the plumbing, the HVAC, etc. Everything from top to bottom. And that's what we're going to be out there doing, is teaching you every step on how to. We have contractors on site working. We have handyman on site working, and they're going to be able to answer every one of your questions as well. If you were to come out there and say, I'm interested in lot AB, whatever the lot number may be, that may be a home that we go in and we thoroughly walk through. So therefore, when you leave, you got no questions. You have no excuses as to why you can't do that specific rehab. We start by teaching you branding, marketing, advertising. Everything you hear us talking about, you're going to get to see us in person, meet us in person, and network. There's Miss Danielle right there at the last mastery. That was in Dublin, Georgia, where it was a hit. We did have limited seating on that, so I'll tell you about some of the special prizes as well. Branding, marketing, advertising is number one. Without that, you're not going to grow your business. You're not going to get deals. You're not going to build credibility. Number two is MAOs, maximum allowed offer. Like I was telling, I forgot the student's name now, apologize, but she was talking about 8K for the home, 9,000 for the rehab. You have to be able to figure out the final number, because that's where the deal starts. You start with the final number and work your way backwards. And then that's how you decipher, is this a good or bad deal? Okay, forget about the home. It's all about the numbers. Number three, closings, documents. You got to be able to get, because now you get to the legality. When you talk about mobile homes, you are talking about personal property. It's like vehicles, cars, boats, motorcycles. There's Chris in the background as well with the glasses. That's our insurance agent, who is out there talking about policies, talking about doing rehabs, post rehabs as a landlord, talking about getting insurance, whether you're moving a mobile home, which a lot of people don't even realize. Not only can you have insurance on mobile homes, but you're supposed to. That's part of a rehab. That's part of an investment. Secure your assets. That's huge. That's not an option. You got exit strategies, rentals, flips, wholesales, moving them, pat infill, Airbnbs, Section 8s. I can keep on going. When I list all these, I'm not telling you to pick one or the other. I'm telling you to learn the word and. You're going to get one more and another, because every one of those strategies is an exit strategy, which equals another form of passive income. That's how you create a portfolio within mobile home investing. And you multiply. You get into land deals like Mark started out. He started out that way. That's something that you can grow into, get into land deals, that are not making any more dirt. So you want to buy some of that as well and start creating more of what's actually real estate using a mobile home. Then you want to get into mobile home parks. That is the final. At that point, you're a king or queen at that point when you've graduated all these levels. And again, never left any behind. You continue to use them, and you just have multiple strategies of income coming in. But mobile home parks is that one goal at the end that I think all of us try to get to, and then just keep going and going. You start growing, you start getting into new markets, new cities, new states. We are in 10 states today, and our goal within the next 5 years is across the board. All of you can do it. All of us started in the same place. I started with one mobile home, had 10 mobile homes by the first year. Now today we have over X amount of mobile homes and steady scaling. So that is what the mastery is going to be on June 29th. That's the last Saturday of June. It's going to be down in Warner Robins, which again, we moved it to because it's where we have the most activity going on. When you come there, you don't have to, but be prepared to, or be ready to invest in a mobile home while you're there. We'll close you out. We'll use it as an example, teach the class, etc. The prices, and I think I sent up to Brad, is so typically it's $497 per person. On this, for anyone in school, you can come in for $349, and you can bring a guest for free. That's 2 people for $349. 6 people joined today, by the way, Brad, on the Zoom. So we are going to be hosting the Zoom, which we typically don't. I'll run around. It's hard to keep up with them with a camera, so y'all see that while you're there. I'll try to slow down a little bit. We will offer it as a virtual Zoom for those of you who cannot attend. I get it. It's summertime. Y'all are busy, family time. That one is typically $297, but right now it's $197 to join us from home. So if anybody's interested in that, message Brad, message ourselves, and we'll be glad to send you the links and we can connect. Limited seating, 20 people. That is the most that we can have. And I've gotten kickback many, many times for this. And it's because of how personal we like to make this, make sure we connect with everyone, answer everybody's question, but most importantly, keep us safe. You try to fit more than 20 people in a single wide made in the 60s, ain't going to happen. So we want to think about that as well.
Man, thank you so much, Jose. Yeah, man, I hope to see everybody in there. And I wanted to ask, did anybody have any questions about signing up and getting into the community right now while we're on here before we get out of here? I see that Dylan said it was done. I don't see you inside the community just yet, Dylan. If you I'm not sure if you need to refresh your screen or whatever. Cassandra, you said you're doing it now. Let us know when you get it done. TJ, we ready to see you inside of here, my boy. I'm about to go ahead and send the link one more time in here so everybody got access to it. And if you got any questions about it, let us know. And just to show you guys kind of like what the schedule will look like inside the community, what goes on is we got the monthly master class that we do with a special guest. This special guest right here should be a private money lender special guest. And then what we're gonna be doing is going in depth on how to vet your tenants for the lending. And yeah, this is gonna be great. And then Jose on Saturday does a live weekly call every Saturday. So you guys be ready for that. And then at any time you able to drop any questions inside of here, and you have all of the admins be able to help you with any questions. And then we got Miss Danielle Ruffin, our community support team. She'll be double checking in with you guys. She'll be doing some one-on-ones. If you guys ever need to get on the call with me one-on-one, it's fine. If you ever need to get on the Zoom call one-on-one with me, it's fine. We're here to help. Our biggest thing is helping you with the next step to get you closer to the money, okay? So with that being said, anybody got any questions before we end here? And once again, I appreciate everybody new jumping in, and I appreciate all the vets that's been inside the community so far jumping in. Miss Tracy, you got anything to say about the community?
Yeah, yeah, it's a great investment. It's a one-stop shop, and I have shared before that I've had coaching before, but nothing like this. This will take your mobile home investing business to the next level. So thank you, coaches. I appreciate it. Anytime I have a question, you guys answer and quickly. So I always appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Man, you absolutely welcome. Miss Kim, you got anything you want to say about the group? Kayla, you got anything you want to say about the group?
You know, I always have something to say. I say the level of expertise in this group, you cannot buy this. I have a mobile home parks mentor. I have regular mobile home mentors, and I don't have access like I have access in this group. I know Mark is in one of the groups. I met Mark in another group years ago. I didn't even have access like I have now. I can literally ask the questions real time and get answers. And now I know I can just send a message to everyone in the group. So it is the best investment. I spent so much money on these other mentorships, thousands, and this tiny little investment that I'm making here is so worth it. You're getting gems each and every week, and you can get on so many calls throughout the week to talk to people. It is absolutely the best thing ever. I've told so many people about this because you just cannot, you're buying your time back. So it's so worth it for me. And I hope that everyone that gets on joins. I do have a question though. So when we have a team, can our team get on with us, or how does that work if you have a team?
Yeah, that's totally fine. If somebody like Craig or something like that want to jump on, if you guys gonna jump in on the same under the same Zoom and stuff like that, that's totally fine.
Okay, perfect.
For
Again,
sure.
look, guys, worth it.
And Cassandra, you said you was having problems jumping in. Could you jump on here real quick and tell me what's going on, what it was saying?
It's I put my payment information in all the way to the zip code, and the join button down the bottom is gray.
Okay. It's gray, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that should be all good. And I just shot you my number, so if we need to get on another call or something like that to help you out. Anybody else having problems with payment right now? Put everything in, and you said at the bottom it said it was do you mind sharing your screen?
Sure. Don't get me the line about sharing a screen. I am old and I don't know nothing about sharing no screen.
It's gonna be a big green button that says share screen on it. Just you should see it.
Lord. Yeah, no.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'll help walk you. And you're doing it on the phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, try to refresh it one more time. I'll send you the link one more time to your inbox, and you can try that again. And then and you want to do the month to month, or did you want to do the yearly?
I can do the month to month. It's $79 a month, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do the month to month.
Perfect. Yeah, it should be good. Anybody else having problems with payment? Chris, did you have a problem with payment? You got in there? You got in there good?
Yeah, still not letting me do it.
Okay, it's cool. I sent you my number. Shoot me a text right now, and then we'll work it out for you. It ain't no problem. We'll get you off in here. Chris, did you say you had a problem with payment, or you was good? Was you able to get in there? And TJ, was you able to get in there? Was you having any problems with payment too? Just want to double check, make sure it's not a full system error with the platform. TJ or Chris? And yes, Cassandra, shoot me that text message right now. I'll go ahead and get you started.
Okay.
We'll walk through it step by step. All right, with that being said, I appreciate everybody's time. That's all good, TJ. I'm about to shoot you my number and a quick text, and you just shoot me a text message. See if you can shoot me a quick text message real quick, and then we'll get on the phone and we'll make sure we get you in there and we get you that link, okay? With that being said, I appreciate everybody's time, and man, on to the next one, man. I see everybody inside the Thursday welcome Q&A call. We're gonna go really in depth with your situation and start holding you guys accountable for what's next, and we're gonna put this thing to the test, okay?
All righty.
All right, everybody. Thank you so
Thank
much for your
you.
time.
Have a good evening.
You too.
All righty. 8-5. Okay. Hey, Kim, are you just now getting in here? Kim, you just now getting in here? This is a new Kim. And Chris, I don't know if you was froze or stuck. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with you two guys thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the meeting. All right, Jose, we'll chop it up. Chris, could you hear me? Yes, Miss Cassandra. You still with me? Miss Cassandra, you still with me? Kim Royster, I'm not sure if you just now got in here or just the same Kim.
No, I just joined. I got the invitation from Danny, and I'm sorry I'm late. This has been a busy day, but I just wanted to jump on to support her.
Oh yeah, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and send you over this link real quick. This is to jump actually inside the community. Go ahead and click on that link. Let me know once you clicked on it. This is so you can ask all questions, and we'll have all the replays inside of the community. Just to give you a little understanding of what the community look like. This is it right here. We got the classroom. Okay. We got the classroom in here. We got the calendars, and we basically got all the templates and contracts that you need. We got done for you services in here. We got all the wholesale forms, rent to own forms, all the checklist forms. And plus you get to drop, we got all the gems that ever been dropped inside the community in here, different tabs, moving mobile homes, rent to own mobile homes, wholesaling, rehabbing. We even got deals in here and mobile home insurance. So if you want to go ahead and join the family, we already did about a good hour and a half worth of stuff. I know that was pretty quick, but I just wanted to at least give you understand what you'll be getting into. And if you got any other questions, you could just drop it in the community, and then you'll have over 8 different coaches that'll be able to help jump on top of things for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at this. I just got the link. I'm looking at it now, so I will review this and check it out.
Yeah, and if you got any more questions, you can definitely call Danielle. She can guide you through getting in there. And is there any questions that you had about mobile home investing right now while I'm on here before I get off?
No, I've been doing it for a few years. Me and Danny, we can always bounce ideas off each other and everything. So she told me she was part of this. I just wanted to jump on to support her. So she's doing so well. So I just wanted to.
Oh yeah, we'd love to have you in the family. That's all
Yeah.
you need is that link right there. Just join the family. You're gonna be locked in for life.
Got you. Okay, I got it. I'll take a look at this tonight and review everything. So I appreciate that.
Okay, I see you inside the community. Okay.
All right, I appreciate you. Have a good night.
Bye bye.